When you arrive to Ivano-Frankivsk, most likely you're gonna come to train station, which is just behind me. And what you will do? You will have to go to the city center, which is not so far. You can walk, or you can take a cab. These are two most convenient options.
So if you have time, you can take a short walk to the city center, which will take you maximum 15 minutes. You just have to go through the train station and walk all the time straight. The train station itself was built in 1866, and this railway station is even older than in Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine. Now the building differs from the original version. The station was built in a Moresque style, but after 30 years it was reconstructed due to the passengers' overload. The architect Ernest Baudish approved the project in neo-Renaissance style. With this street we will approach the city center. It is called Lepkoho. Ivano-Frankivsk has also an international airport.
And now I took you to the heart of the city, the place where the city was actually founded in 1664. And behind me you can see there on the floor you can see the original construction of the city, and also behind me underground the restored bastion, inside of which you can find restaurants and cafes. The city was originally constructed as a defense fortress, and it remained so for a while.
So the old fortress was built in the shape of a hexagon with 6 bastions, with the majority of them ruined by now. Only one more or less remained. The restoration works began in 2002. The project was to reconstruct the first bastion and to organize a souvenir shop inside of it. So walking inside of the bastion, which we are doing right now, gives you a chance to touch the history of the city and to have a look at the souvenir shops, maybe buy something as a souvenir, and have a look at the exposition of the local artists that bring pieces of their art to the viewers here in the city. The city has a lot to offer, so let's proceed to our next destination, which is the synagogue. Here on the left-hand side that you see, as before Second World War, Ivano-Frankivsk consisted 70% of Jews, and across the synagogue here is the Mickiewicz Square, and at this square you can also see the Philharmonic Theater, where you can attend the concerts of famous Ukrainian and international musicians.
Here is the most popular street of the city, near the bastion. The most popular was photographs, selfies. This is the old wall, and behind me are the buildings which were restored. The city is very pleasant in summer, although now we have a mild winter, no snow, so it's very good as well. The city has a very pleasant atmosphere. It is very safe for foreigners especially. The people are friendly and pleasant, and in my opinion Ivano-Frankivsk is great to visit for one day, and then proceed your travel to the mountains like Bukovel, or I have a friend here. Hello. So, speaking about the name of the city, the first name of the city was Lviv. Andrzej Potocki, who founded the city in 1654, gave a name, Lviv, in honor to his son, whose name was Stanislav. But in 1954, the city was renamed to its name that it has now, Ivano-Frankivsk, in honor of the famous Ukrainian writer and poet Ivan Franko, who lived and worked in the city. When I just said that we have a mild winter, right the next day the snow fell. So I also decided to show you how the city looks like in the winter with snow. We are going to the city hall on top of the building in order for you to see the beautiful view to the city. The entrance is not free of charge. You have to pay 20 hryvnias and then climb on top of these stairs. So we are going on top of the city hall to get the view of the city. I'm gonna climb these stairs, which are not so easy. The view, and this is, for example, the shortest street and the narrowest street of the city, just 60 meters long. In the end of the street you can find a beautiful coffee shop with good coffee and cakes and some food as well, so you can have a bite here. We still have the Christmas decoration, although it's February. But when you come here in summer, I hope the weather will be more beautiful and everything will be green, and you're most welcomed in any weather. Now we see the National Medical Academy. Ivano-Frankivsk has 3 national universities, and we have a lot of students, Ukrainian students as well as international students studying in the city. Also, the city welcomes annual blacksmith festival, and here you can see the present that blacksmiths give each year to our city. The festival takes place in May, so it's a good time to visit. And now we slowly approach to the Pototsky Palace, which is under reconstruction. And of course, the place number 1 that it's must see in Ivano-Frankivsk, this is the Ivano-Frankivsk 100 meters. Trust me, it is much more beautiful in summer, with the green trees and all the terraces that are opened, and you can sit outside, have coffee outside and just relax. Now it is a little bit gray, but in summer, guaranteed this is much more beautiful. As well as the park that we approached already. This is the lake with swans on the left hand side, and we have a big lake which is 3 kilometers, exactly 3 kilometers. So if you're up for a run, it's very easy to calculate. Also, you can take a canoe or a paddle boat, some people would call it, and just paddle around the lake. Now it is frozen. They are only available in summer, which makes sense. And the lake is the place where a lot of locals like to spend their time, and I hope tourists will also find this place very beautiful. If you enjoyed my video, subscribe to my channel. I will have more videos about Ukraine, and see you later.